Let's finish this girl off by detailing her base. Now, at first, I wasn't really sure what color to paint it. I knew I was going to paint the Vanilla Family Crest red, but the rest? Black would be too overpowering for the color she had. A light blue would have clashed with the cards. Then my friend suggested I paint it like a stone color, and I loved the idea. So I am doing a gray base and taking a clean kitchen sponge to dab on texture to make it look just like that. I decided to use UV resin to fill in the emblem area since there were still very visible layer lines on the recesses. So red tinted UV resin was used instead of paint, and boy, did that take a hot minute. But hey, at least it covered all the layer lines and it looks really nice now. What I did was take the designs, remove the background color to just leave it as is, just transparent, only so that I can print them on my decal paper and then just cut them to transfer over to the cards themselves. I did a print test, only to see the sizing was off. I wasn't sure what was happening until I realized that I was using a 300 dpi resolution on Photoshop and the cards were done at 260. So I just adjusted that on my end and I was able to print it at the correct sizing. When the test was successful, I then printed out the real deal with the highest quality I could with my inkjet printer. I made sure to seal it with a gloss varnish and come back to it the next day to transfer them. We might be averse to using eye decals on this channel, but everything else is fair game, especially because your girl can't draw for shit and much less freestyle such intricate designs with just a paintbrush. Like I said, I may be stubborn, but I'm not stupid. Interesting fact, every episode opened with a different tarot card, and I thought it would be a nice touch to pick the ones from my favorite episodes to place on the base, including the one that was drawn upside down in the first one. I did encounter a slight problem when I applied the decal on the back of the cards, and that was the blue background messing up the color. Not to worry though, I did make a test with a different card and paint it over with a white circle to place the decal on top, and that fixed the issue, so I just made sure to go back to the first one, correct it, and redo it. This is why it is important to print out a lot of spare decals for cases like these. Yes, you save yourself a lot of problems. And with that, our one-of-a-kind escaflowne figure is finally finished.